Yo, what's good? It's your boy Sean J, representing the Debonair Millionaires. Today, I want to talk about how I can make you wealthy in the next couple years. Let's get it. Okay, so they say a recession is about to start. If you know, like I know, this is one of the greatest times to build wealth. Now, what is a recession? A recession, basically, the best way to put this is when the people, the community, the government may take on too much leverage. They take on too much debt. That's what the leverage is. You use your good name to borrow some amount of money to give to whatever cause that you want to. And usually the people give it to assets, and they buy assets, which that's what the rich people do. Or some people just, go ahead, take that money and buy some Red Lobster, some stuff like that. Depending on what you do, it's depending on how you live it now. Really, if you don't notice that, you'll notice it now. All right, so with that being said, now these people are extra leveraged. They have too much leverage, and they can't afford to pay the bills back. They cannot pay that credit that they took out for whatever they bought during that time. And they took on too much. There's people trying to flip houses. That happened. There was easy money. They were giving it out 2% at one point in time. 2%. So when they gave it out that way, and now they changed it up to 7%, it's not looking too good for those folks. So those people who tried to flip a house, now they're about to sell. They're about to sell their house at a discount. All right, so now we're here. All right, we're doing that. We're seeing that with all financial markets. So I'm talking about crypto. I'm talking about the stocks. I'm talking about bonds. I'm talking about everything. Everything has gone down. Everything is at a discount. All right. When you hear that, it's time to be a discount shopper. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing we could do right now is make a plan. All right. So I got a 4-step plan for you to become wealthy. So let's look at this 4-step plan. All right, so number 1, you must fix or rebuild your credit. All right, if you have bad credit or if you have no credit, it is time to make your credit a priority. You may think in your mind that you don't need credit, you got cash or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you like this right now. Cash is cool, it's good, but we're moving to a society where they are judging you off your credit. Like your credit score means something more to the people who are in the know. You know what I'm saying? It says something about you, right? You can lie to your friends and family all you want. They don't have to know your real credit score. But the people who need to know, like your apartment, if you're going to stay in an apartment, they're going to check your credit. You buy a house, they're going to check your credit. What else? Some jobs, they will check your credit. Your insurance, they're going to check your credit. And really, I need you to think about credit as this, right? Nobody is forcing you to take a loan. No one's forcing you to get that car. No one's forcing you to buy that watch. No one's forcing you to get that credit card. You made that choice to get that. You signed whatever contract to get that loan terms, whatever, So you need to look at yourself as the person who is your own guide. No one's forcing you to do any of that stuff. So credit is really saying, what is your credibility in the financial life that we live in? Pretty much, the financial matrix that we are in right now. So what is your credibility, really? This is the only thing that you kind of control. Most things other than you can't control if you're born one way or the other. You can't control what environment you're born into. You can't control your parents. You can't control none of that stuff. What country you came from. All you can control is from the beginning to the end is how you are handling your finances. So that being said, if you have a bad credit score, it shows something to the people who are looking for the information. Tell me why they're looking for the information if it doesn't matter. You need to think about yourself. All right, so make it priority. And if you don't know how to fix your credit, I will come up with a video where you can do it yourself. All right, I would say you could hire somebody to do it, but if you don't learn why your credit score goes up or down, then what is the point? You're gonna go back down again, and you're not gonna know why. So the best thing for you to do is fix your credit yourself, right? So I'll come up with a video of how you can fix your credit after this video. All right, so that's number 1, fixing your credit. Okay, so number 2, establishing or starting your own business. And I'm not talking about a business where you went up to Walmart and got you some poster boards and started drawing saying we sell lemonade, something like that. I'm talking about an official EIN business, something you could search on the Secretary of State website. With that, you have power. You have gained power that you don't even know about, right? This is the power that I'm talking about when I say starting a business, all right? So you're probably working a job right now, right? Probably paying taxes, and you're probably looking at that like, dang, how much taxes are going to take out? They probably rip you off. They got 40% of your tax, 40% of your money, your pay stub is going to the government, right? And you're looking at them like, yo, y'all don't even spend my money right. I can spend my money way better than y'all, right? You probably could, but they have made a choice. You have made a choice to be an employee. You're looked at as a consumer. You're not looked at as a producer. America likes people who produce things. You got to add to the economy. So when you look at businesses, right, what do? They serve the economy. They serve the community. They serve the people around them. So businesses are made there to produce something for the people around them, right? When being an employee, you're going to pay the most tax, right? So let's subside that tax by starting a business. If you start a business now, you can defer some of those taxes that you're paying through, your employee paycheck or whatever. You can defer some of those taxes now. Sean, how do you do that? Well, the thing is, you probably need stuff around your house, right? Any improvements that go to the business, you ever heard of tax deductions? Yeah, so any improvements, that you kind of need, like you need a new computer, like don't buy it on your personal side. Buy it through the business. Okay, we got tax deductions that we can get that money back. So at the end of the day, you getting at least $10,000. At least $10,000. That's on the low end, bruh. If you use your money right, if you buying, how we buy courses and all this other stuff just to get right, man, buy it through the business. Don't buy it through your personal site. Buy it through the business. Like, let me tell y'all what a business basically is. A business is basically you starting a whole new person. It's no longer you. It's not you no more. It's a whole new person that they like better than you. They don't even like you. They like this person right here is somebody who is meant to do something for the economy. That's what they look at businesses for. They stand there. A business is its own thing. It's its own EIN number. Your social security number, I mean, you might be a personal guarantor, but it is its own thing. Like, you start making money with that thing, it don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? A business can continue going while you might die off eventually. But like I was saying, if you're trying to deduct your taxes, you need to start a business. All right. Other than that, right, we're going to also get you at least $50,000 in business credit. Now you're like, Sean, here we go with this credit thing. Man, I'm telling you, like, you live in a capitalistic society that is built on debt. Like, it's built on debt. Like, it's no getting around it, right? America is like what, $20 trillion in debt. Man, I'm letting y'all know right now. Learn how to use the system. Don't let the system use you. So if you learn how to use the system, how do credit cards work? I can teach you that too, but we're gonna keep this real easy, right? But we're gonna get you at least $50,000 in business credit, right? Just because you got personal credit, your personal credit was good. So now we're building your business credit. We got you $50,000 in business credit, and then we got that tax deductions, at least $10,000. So we got $60,000 waiting for you, just waiting for you. All right, so now that we're halfway, let's go over the things that we just went over, right? So number one, we said we're gonna fix or build our personal credit. We're gonna establish that personal credit because you know how important it is. They're gonna start looking at you crazy if you ain't got that 700 and above, right? So you need to go ahead and make that a priority to you. You can't get no apartment, you can't get no house, you can't get no insurance, you can't get a job, you can't get a good interest rate. People looking at you probably can't even get a girlfriend or boyfriend at the end of the day. People are looking at you like that. All right, so fix your credit. Okay, number two is starting and building a business and building business credit. All right, so easy said and done, right? All you're really doing is taking the things that you would buy on your personal side and buying them with your business side. You're essentially building a business credit, right? And then when I can build you your 50,000 business credit line or whatever, credit cards, whatever it is, we can turn that into cash. All right, so we'll have that cash, and then also the taxes. We'll defer at least 10,000 of the taxes that you have been taken away, depending on the job, depending on how much money you make. We can get you a good amount of money back. All right, so, and that's not even including the child supplement or whatever. That's not even including that. So we can get you some real money. So at least 60,000. So, okay, number 3. So as we talked about the recession before, right? So now that the prices are way too high and way too expensive for any regular person who want to buy, it is now out there for the investors. You know what I'm saying? So now we are an investor because we are looking to buy something to make us money, right? Now it's time to get you to the biggest wealth builder of all time. Like 90% of all wealthy people, rich people have real estate, right? So why is that? Let's answer that first before we go into that, right? There's 3 things that people would need: food, water, and shelter. They need that, all right? Those are three necessities that you need. So if you have something that somebody else needs, you're going to be guaranteed to make some money, right? But we want to maximize our money, right? So what we're looking for is, most likely a fourplex. We're looking for something that's multi-family. It doesn't have to be a fourplex, but at least 2. You know what I'm saying? Single family is cool, but we don't want the little shrimp. I'm telling you, don't get no single family homes. I'm telling you right now. Why? Let me just express this to y'all real quick, right? First of all, you're probably only going to be making like $200 or $300 a month. That's at most, because you still got the maintenance, you still got the property manager, you still got the HOA fees if you got one of those. Then it matters about the city, the state, all that stuff, the roof. Man, there's so many things that could go wrong with that, and then you got to fix it, and then you got to complain in tenant, or the tenant may just stay there and not pay you. So it's just too much for me, right? Let's maximize earnings. So basically what we're going to do is look for a fourplex. Forget the single family home. We want the fourplex. Why? Because the fourplex, you can still offer 3.5 down, or maybe even 0% down, and still get that house. So with that being said, you got that $60,000 waiting from the business credit and from that tax deferred money. Now if you want to put that 3.5 down, you can. But sometimes we can get it to you at 0%, depending on where the home is, because they got the VA loan. If you're military, no money down, no worries. All right. If you living in a rural area, no money down, we can get you in that too. So notice that stuff, right? So if you get a fourplex, guess what? You got one person that's paying for your mortgage. You got one person that's paying for all the maintenance and the other stuff that's happening. The property manager, if you don't want to be the property manager, and you got one more person to pay you just to live there. You know what I'm saying? So it comes in as what they call that passive income. So you're living there for free, getting paid to live there. Yeah, you might be a property manager, but hey, just for a year. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it just for a year. So we live there for just a year. We go ahead and use our business credit to fix it up. You know why? Because we're going to tax deduct that thing, because our place of residence has now become our business office. Tax deductible. Whatever you do to improve that place is tax deductible. So come on, people. Get where I'm going. So you're just improving the apartment complex. Really, the fourplex is being improved because of you, because you have a plan. This is a long-term plan, So after that year of living there, boom. Here's step number 4. Let's talk about number 4, all right? That was number 3. That was buying some type of multifamily. But step number 4, here we go. I think y'all ready for this, all right? So now that we had used all that money to help improve and do the maintenance on that, that fourplex that we got now, that also pays us to be there, so that's extra money coming into us. But now that we have that extra money coming into us, now we should, what should we do? This is what we do, right? We cash out refinance. Just go ahead, cash out refinance it because the interest rate is probably high right now. So nobody want to pay that 7% interest rate. So now we cash out refinance. We change the interest rate. most likely it's going to be lower. It's not going to be higher. They're trying to reduce it right now. So no worries. All right. After a year, you'll be used to those payments and they'll be paid by your tenants anyway. So no worries. All right. Don't even worry about it. Just keep going. All right. So whatever. Cash out refinance. Depends on how much money you get. Probably maybe depends about 40. It depends how big of the house you get. Depends on how much it's worth at the time that you do it too. So, and depends on how much you pay down. So that all matters. All right. And then you come back to me. You hit me back up. Hey, what's up, Sean? I need some more money, some more business credit. All right, I got you, player. Hey, you ready to do the next move? You ready to do the next move? Cash out refinance was at least get 20,000. At least get 20,000. But it's a fourplex, man. Maybe a 50,000. Who knows, man? Who knows? It depends on where you are, where you at, the location, and the city that you chose. You know, it is a lot of depending on that. But let's say you get 40,000, right? 40,000. Come back to me. More business credit you get. And now you got an age business too. That works out even better. I will continue to help you out with your business credit. You know, keeping that thing up and improved. So now we getting more. All right, we getting 100,000 this time. So we got $140,000. What are we doing with that? Now this one, I would say you could do it again. Now why not? Because your house is basically a bank account. You don't even realize that, but it's basically a bank account. But you don't have to do that. Now we can mix it up. Now we can get into things that might make you look cool or something like that, like buying a luxury car and renting that thing out, you know, because somebody's going to rent it out from you for like $400 an hour type thing. You know what I'm saying? So you paying for that. Basically, we're looking for assets that's going to make us money. All right. And, you know, luxury cars in, you know, wherever city that you're in. Hopefully you're in a nice city. You know, maybe you want to buy a boat that people want to rent out. That's cool too, you know. Or you want to, it depends. But we can use this money in multiple different ways. I would say do it again in real estate because that's long-term money. It's long-term money. Okay. Forgive me. Sorry. But these luxury cars, it's always a new one every year. So you're always behind if you're not on the newest. And then, you know, if you're going to do stocks or anything like that, you have to do a lot of research behind that. The cryptos, you have to do a lot of research behind that. You know, cryptos goes up and down too fast. Sometimes if you don't have a lot of information behind it and you don't know what you're doing, you'll lose your money a lot faster. But I would say real estate, do it one more time. That way you have the income that's coming in from every place in that fourplex, every apartment rented. So that's pure profit right there. You're paying the mortgage, and then everyone else pays you at the end of the day. And you might have a property manager by then. Let me tell you, most property managers, they take 10%. 10%. So what's that? You know what I'm saying? 10% of all you making out of that thing? No, it's nothing at the end of the day. You don't want the headache. Let them do it. You can do it if you want to. You know, teach his own. I wouldn't do it, but hey, man, you can do it too. But by this time, you are now already on your next fourplex or whatever. So, boom, that's step number 4. You have now bought 2 fourplexes in about 3 years, maybe less. It depends on how fast you want to do this, how much you into getting your wealth status up there. You know what I'm saying? Because you can do it faster than that, man. There's a lot more ways of funding than just the ways that you know of. You know what I'm saying? Because if you need, there's hard money lenders out there. There's credit cards, banks. There's different. We can even get into venture capitalists. It depends on where you want to go and what you can show that you can do. You know what I'm saying? After that first year, people are gonna be like, "Oh, who is this guy? You know, he's buying up stuff up here. He's got a whole fourplex, and then you know what? Watch your net worth grow up too. You know what I'm saying? Stop being young with your net worth. Don't treat it like that. You know what I'm saying? Treat it with some kindness and some regression, man. You have now had a couple deals under your heels. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple deals now under your heels. People looking at you, families looking at you like, yo, who is it? Like, what do you do that? How you do that? What'd you do to do that? You know, the mysterious of it will have them question like, yo, you want to know? You can either teach him yourself or you put him back at your boy. I'll give them the funding. I'll tell them what they need to know about the business. You can tell them yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not harnessing my course. I got a whole course, a business course that you can take and you write everything down, get it to them. You can start your own business from that, whatever. Or you can, do a side thing with me. Who knows? Whatever you want to do. I work deals, okay? So anyway, I go ahead and get them funded. 50,000. You yourself go ahead and do the venture capitalist thing, right? You go ahead, find some deals and be like, yo, you see this? You see this deal right here? And then really, you don't have to put much of your money down because, you got the credibility now. Credibility is worth a little bit more than the money itself, right? So you got the credibility down, and then you can get a little equity for way lower in the price. Way lower in the price. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a little equity, be like, yo, we did this deal together. You can either pay me up front or give me some of the equity in the back. They ain't gonna have no trouble with it because you're helping them build wealth. You know what I'm saying? You helping them build wealth. And the more times you could do that, the more times people are going to look at you like you're a saint anyway. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not going to try to screw nobody over, you helping your community, your family, your everybody, your friends. As long as you helping them to build that wealth that they'll have there. You know what I'm saying? You could do a whole deal where they'll pay you up front, or they'll give you some equity, 10% equity, 5% equity. Don't matter what it was, or they can pay you out of the equity, pay you out of the deal, or you can do the deal with them and then cash out, refinance from that thing too, and then leave them in there. There's so many different ways to do this, man. All I wanted to let y'all know is that before I found business credit, like, I was struggling too. Like, I had ideas to start businesses and stuff, and I was like, how do you even start a business and stuff? Like, how do you fund? Like, how do I do anything? Like, I don't got no money to do this. Well, I can get you the money. I found it all out, man. It's trial and error. I did a lot of stuff. I failed a lot in my life, but I had to come through some things to find out some things. Well, I think will benefit you. I think will benefit your society, your community, your neighborhood, your friends, your family, whatever it is, man. I got a whole course dedicated to this, man. Dedicated. And you don't even have to talk to me. You don't even have to talk to me because the course is taught by basically you just press the play button and the lady tells you everything you need to know, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's not something you gotta read, and it's real quick. You get the information quick. And I got the business relationships with the banks, so your boy is out here. So if you have a question, anything else, you want me to make a video about something more in depth, let me know, man. I got you. So other than that, holla.